This is Abe Friedtanzer from Awards Buzz. Excited to be speaking with Dakota Fanning about All Her Fault. How are you, Dakota?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. There's a lot of things that I know people think about when watching this show, but watching a lot of your character, what I was mainly thinking is that the husband makes the rest of us look really, really, really bad. And I know that there's, child abduction, other stuff going on, murder and all that, but to me that was just really sticking with me. It was like, I need to make sure that I'm nothing like this guy.
Yeah, poor Thomas who played Richie. I know we had a lot of conversations because he was like, "Oh, I just feel I don't know. Are we this bad? I don't remember. Like I don't think I'm this bad." I mean, he's not married. He's not married yet or has kids, but still it's and again, it's not even that he's bad. It's just that I think it's just showcasing the differences between men and women in a partnership and what men just don't see. It's not that they're, just like that his character is just like the worst. It's just like he doesn't see it, and my character Jenny just sort of cleans it up before he can even notice. And so it's I still had an affection for Richie, and maybe that's just because of Tom. He's such a great guy, and we had a lot of fun doing those scenes together. But yeah, no, she just my character is just feeling super unsupported and not able to get the help that she needs from him, and yeah, poor Richie.
Well, I'm not sure that's the takeaway for him, but yes. I also think it's interesting that, Jenny and Marissa's relationships really are very different, not just because of the situation. How do you see those as being the same, but also not the same?
Say that one more time. How Marissa and Jenny's like their
Their own
marriages?
their own marriages and home lives.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Um, Well, I think that, in the very first episode you see like when Jake and Sarah's characters are talking to the police and they're asking about his teacher at school and like what he was wearing that morning, and like Jake just doesn't have any idea, that's just clearly something that Sarah's character handles. And so that kind of tells you a lot without, hammering it over the head. And so I think they have similar struggles. I think you see more of the kind of domestic struggles through Jenny, because when we meet Sarah's character, she's immediately kind of stuck in this like place of chaos and trauma. And so, the problems in her home and in her marriage are like so heightened by this like thriller that's going on, So I think some of the more nuanced things you get to see through Jenny's relationship with her husband, and like trying to be a good mom and be a good wife and work and be great at work, and then be considered a good helpful mom to the other parents in class, and all of that. So you get to kind of see some of those things play out through my character a bit more than Sarah's, or they play out in Sarah's storyline just in a different way because she's also dealing with a missing child.
You've done a lot of limited series recently with Ripley and The Perfect Couple. What is it about this format that keeps pulling you in?
I don't know. I mean, the actual making of it is no different than a movie. When you're making it, it's really no different. On this one, there were two directors. Minky, you directed the first four episodes, and then Kate Dennis directed the second. So that's something that's a little bit different. But like on Ripley, it was the same writer, same director. So that really was just like a long movie. So I don't know. I don't really discriminate against anything. Whatever comes my way, whether it's film or a limited series or something of that nature. It's nice sometimes to have more time with the character to just go a little deeper and find out more about them and spend more time with them. Having kind of 8 hours to do that is different from, 2 hours. So it can be fun, more fun, more creativity, more collaboration, going deeper with the story.
I feel like all three of those are pretty neatly wrapped up with, a case solved and all that. Do you feel
Mm.
like you want to spend even more time with any of these characters? You want to do something like a longer running show?
Oh, maybe, I know, I never say never to anything, I'm open to everything.
What do you feel like you haven't tried in your career that you really would like to sometime in the near future?
Someone asked me that the other day because I'm always trying to think of, trying to do things that are different than I've ever done before. That's usually a question that I ask myself. Will this, be doing something different? I don't feel like I've done like proper action. Like I've never had to do like any fight training or anything like that, which I don't know if I want to do, but I think I probably should before I before my career ends. I think it would be fun to explore that. So maybe something in that vein might be fun.
This show is coming out all in one fell swoop as sort of like a binge. Is that how you like to watch things, or do you feel like it should be sort of spread out a little bit more?
I think it depends. I kind of like when they're all out at once and then I can decide, then I can decide if I want to let another one play, or save it for another day but I like when they're all kind of available. And that way it can kind of keep the momentum going and really just stay in the story and keep track of everything. So I like that it's an option. I know some people like to save it and some people like to save it and whatever, but at least they'll have the choice. They can do whatever they want with them all being out at the same time.
I try to do one a day if I can, just to get ready for
Yeah,
interviews,
just
review, or
yeah.
something. But
Yeah.
if I can, but once it's out there, it's like why hard
It's
hard.
hard. I know it's like why not? Just keep going.
Well, whether it's a binge or not, what have you seen recently that's really sticking with you that you really like?
This wasn't a binge, but it was Task. I loved Task. I've like watched Mayor of Easttown like more than 3 times, I think. I probably like in the 5 range of watching the whole thing. I love it so much. And so I was really into Task. Absolutely loved it and was really sad when it was over.
And where can we see you next after this?
I did a movie earlier this year with Joe Swanberg, with Jake Johnson and Corey Michael Smith, and we'll see when I can't tell you when that's coming out, but that's the last thing that I filmed, and it was an incredible, unbelievable experience. And then I'm doing a movie with my sister in the spring for the first time. We've never acted together, so we're doing a movie that's adapted from the book The Nightingale, and we're doing that next year, and we're very excited about it.
Wonderful. Well, I hope that goes very well. I'm looking forward to seeing your big action debut.
Yeah, thanks.